Welcome back to another video. In this video, we want to talk about the effective blood flow techniques to improve your machine workout. So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. Awesome. So as we've been talking in the series, we talked about movement, we talked about metabolism, we talked about mindset. But as we dive deeper into movement, we want to understand how breath work ties into blood flow. We talked about the breath work already, so go ahead and check out the prior videos on that. But in this video, we want to really specifically drill into the idea of blood flow and using machine workouts. I want to specifically talk about machine workouts because, again, it's less prone to injury, right? You have the machine being able to push you in the direction that you need to go. And so I want to talk about how does your blood flow impact your ability to use the machines properly. So let's get the baseline down first and we'll build on from there. So blood is that substance, right? Every one of us have it, no matter what it is. We can never ever get away from it. We always need it, especially if we lose it, we need it. And it's vital because it gives us nutrient delivery to our cells, right? As you think about it, we live our day, and as we live our day, we need to continuously keep giving our cells energy. And how are they getting it, right? They're doing it either through aerobic respiration or anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, think about your oxygen intake from the environment. You're taking it into the lungs, and then it gets diffused into your blood system. And as a result of that, you go ahead and get that energy that you need to do aerobic respiration. Specifically oxygen, right? Oxygen goes into your mitochondria, goes ahead and creates ATP, which allows the cells to actually properly function. But now, understanding blood, you get that nutrient, right? Not only are you getting oxygen, but you're also getting, whether it be the sugars, the insulins, the carbohydrates, whatever it is being funneled through that system to be able to go to where it needs to go. And also, on top of that, you're removing all the waste products. So as you are doing cellular respiration, there are byproducts that your body does not need or needs to just get rid of it, and then it goes back into your blood system and then gets excreted out, whether through your digestive system or your nephrotic system, your kidney system. Now, those are cool, right? But what ends up happening is that as we live our day, we end up doing certain movement patterns that sort of restrict our ability to have proper blood flow. So I want you to just imagine, if you're watching this, you're probably sitting on a chair or on a bed or laying down, and you're probably in a position that's maybe comfortable to you, but you're also forcing your body to not have blood flow in certain areas of your body. Think about that logic, right? So imagine me sitting on a couch, I'm just watching TV, I'm probably hunched over, my spine is probably like curved into a C. And as a result of that, I might be constricting my torso, right? Maybe I'm not getting enough blood flow there. Maybe I'm getting hypercontraction of my psoas muscle or my, quadratus lumborum. But we don't want that. What we want to do is we want to restrict our body's ability to not have impedance of our blood flow. So what I would say is think about the 10 major areas of your body, or the junctions as I like to call it, where we want to have optimal blood flow. I'll start off with our hands, right? So our hands are everything. Without our hands, we can't really grab anything, we can't touch anything, we can't do stuff that normally we would do on a day-to-day. So we want to make sure the muscles in our hands, the fascia in our hands, the nerves in our hands have proper blood flow. So if you go ahead and just make a fist and then let it go, make a fist and let it go, you'll be able to see that it goes from pale to pink, pale to pink. When it's pale, that means there's restriction in blood. When it's pink, that means blood is now gushing back in. We want it to be pink, right? We want the flow to be ideal. Now, what happens is, okay, let's just say you do or you don't have it. Think about the next junction, right? The next junction I would say is the wrist. The wrist is probably one of the more important ones because without the wrist, your hands can't obviously get the blood flow. So we want to make sure there's no restriction there. A lot of us spending a lot of time on machines, computers, keyboards, we get something called carpal tunnel, right? Think about these bones that are here, the nerves that are going through here is being restricted. So we want to go ahead and loosen up that area. And a simple motion like this will easily go ahead and unblock a lot of the restrictions. I don't know if you heard that one, I just cracked my wrist. And that's because obviously it's been molding in a certain way or remodeling in a certain way for a while. So I have to keep doing this over and over so I can retrain my body to be in that proper state. Next up would be our elbows, right? Elbows holds our bicep, tricep, brachioradialis, all the good stuff here. And so a simple motion like up and down, twisting will allow it to go ahead and unblock a lot of those restrictions that you might be having. And then of course our shoulders, we want to make sure our shoulders are properly mobilized. So I'm giving you an idea. I talk all about this in prior videos, but I wanted you to understand, depending on the machine that you're trying to work out, right? The machine tries to break down into either the upper body or the lower body, or just in general, like the back, the head and neck, whatever it is. Find the machine that you're interested in, right? So for example, I wouldn't consider this a machine behind me, but it is like a device that I can go ahead and leverage for me to stretch, right? This is one of those cage machines that allow you to stretch. But depending, let's just say hypothetically you wanted to go ahead and do an ab exercise. The ab machine, where you sit and you just go ahead and crunch, it's gonna activate your belly, right? Your abs, the abdominal area. So how do we maximize blood flow here before we actually do the machine? Well, realistically, if you think about it, if you do a little bit of belly breathing, what will end up happening is you'll activate it naturally. And most people, when they are breathing, they're not breathing from their belly, they're breathing from their upper chest, right? So it's a very shallow breathing. But if you were to breathe from your belly, what you'll realize is that you'll see it go, expand and contract, expand and contract. So when you actually get on the machine and you lock yourself in and you go ahead and do the ab exercise, you'll realize the flow, it'll get more red and you'll have proper flows and you'll be able to do a deeper contraction of the muscle itself. And on top of that, right, the better part is that after you do that, let's just say you did 3 sets of them, you'll be able to recover even faster because of the reason we just talked about prior, right? We're gonna remove the restrictions. I would highly recommend, if you're gonna do ab exercises, I highly recommend you do twisting motions, you do side to side motions, you do forward flexion and extension, so that way you can activate this specific region. It's all dependent on what region you're trying to work out, right? So make it simple for your body, upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body, depending on what it is. If it's gonna be like a leg press, clearly that squat would be amazing to remove the restrictions in your hips, your knees, your ankles, and your toes. That's the key right there, right? Depending on what that machine is, just break it down. Okay, so if it's showing me a leg workout, we know we have to work out on the legs. If it's talking about like a chest press, if it's talking about our biceps or triceps, we know it's upper body. And understanding those 10 major junctions that we always talk about, you'll know which junction would need to be worked on specifically. And you also know right away, like, okay, if I'm gonna be working on my chest, let's just say for example, I know that I'm gonna be using my hands, my wrists, my elbows, my shoulders to do that chest press. So I have to go ahead and activate all of them, right? I have to go ahead and unlock all of them, remove any of the restrictions so that way I can go ahead and do that chest press. So that's the key right there. How do we optimize or maximize blood flow to the regions for that machine workout? So whatever that machine is, we always want to make sure safety first. We want to make sure that when we are pushing those weights, we're not going beyond our limit, right? We want to obviously find out what our, maximum PR is, personal record for that machine, but we don't want to go too crazy. You always start off with the lowest weight that's on the machine, and you'll realize real quick, can your body actually handle it? If it can't, move down a weight and just keep building tolerance until you can go ahead and go to the next weight. All right, cool. With that being said, guys, if you found any value in this video, definitely let me know in the comments below. Give me a like, letting me know you liked the video. I love seeing the subscriber count go up because it motivates me, and at the same time, it tells me that I'm providing value to other people as well. Other than that, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.